Hey, so today I'm going to make pigs in a blanket. Pigs in a blanket are hot dog wieners wrapped up in some kind of dough and baked. It's a it's like an appetizer or a party treat that I remember from when I was a kid. In fact, I always thought of it as little kid food. Hadn't really thought about it in ages, but I don't know. I can't remember what brought it to mind all of a sudden, but I don't know, just thinking about things I could make for this channel, I guess. But here are the sausages I'm using. Sausage Iveria. I don't know what that means. But, well, hang on, I'll look it up. Okay, Google Translate says it's... I did actually guess this. Sausages from Iberia, Spanish sausage, I guess. They look like hot dogs. What I would recommend, if you're in the US, I would recommend getting those little smokies. That's what I remember them being called, little smoked sausages, and they're like yay big. And what you do is if you're in the US, you would take like refrigerated croissant dough, like Pillsbury, like in a tube, bash it open, and it comes in little triangles, and you roll them up like that. Something, I don't know. I don't have access to that. So what I have is this. Now, what is this? It is frozen puff pastry, and it's rolled up. It's a big old thing. Here, I need to open it up and I'll show you. You can kind of see. It's just one big old sheet of pastry. I'm not going to use anything close to this. It's been in my fridge long enough that it's no longer frozen, but when I'm done with today, I'm going to stick it in the freezer. You could use it for all kinds of stuff. I made a pizza with this kind of stuff before. There's a video of that, actually. So I'm only going to make about 4 pigs in a blanket. Now, I'm going to unroll the pastry. I'm going to flatten it out as flat as I can, because it's going to puff up when you bake them. And I'm going to brush it with egg. I may be sacrificing an egg for this, although I could cook it into a sandwich or a little burrito or something, maybe. But because I just need a little bit of this. I'm going to brush this on top of the pastry when I'm done rolling up the sausages, because it just makes them look nicer. And I don't know, I think that's it. I'm not really 100% sure what it's for. I don't even have a brush for it, so I'm just going to dip a paper towel in it and brush it over like that. And when you bake them, it gives it that golden brown, really delicious look. So that's the only thing that's for. So I'm going to freeze these too. I'm just going to make these into, you could wrap up an entire hot dog or whatever and make a full-size hot dog pig in a blanket, but no, I'm not going to do that. I'm going to cut these, I don't know, thirds. I'll cut them in half. Nah, you know what? I'm going to make 6. No, hadn't really thought this through. All right, let's see what happens. Gonna make 6 of them. So just eyeballing the size. I have never done this before, ever in my life. I've been served these as a kid, not since then, and that's about it. I don't even remember ever having seen them made. I just know what they look like. Okay, so let's take it over to the wrapping stage. Okay, now this looks like it should separate, but as you can see, it does not. So I'm gonna unroll, I don't know, right there. That's way, way, way more than I need. In fact, I'm not gonna unroll that much. I'm gonna unroll this much. I think that's still more than I need. And, you know, I've got more if I need it, but I seriously doubt that's going to be an issue. Okay. This I can wrap back up and stick back in the freezer. Okay, this stuff's pretty sticky. So I'm just going to put a very tiny bit of oil on this pan. Just in case. And just hope it doesn't stick. And here's a paper towel. We'll also use this for the egg a little bit later. Okay, now, how to do this. Want this as flattened out as possible. I do not have a rolling pin. I did wash my hands, of course. I don't want these things to get all huge. And actually, this is turning out to be even more dough than I originally thought it was. And this is just a tiny little thing. So, oh my God. I don't need anywhere near this much. Let's see if this is enough, too much, whatever. Okay, you do want it to overlap a bit. Oh shoot, I forgot something. I wanted to do this with cheese. Now I've never had them with cheese before, but I don't see any particular reason why we shouldn't be able to do this. I think this is a fantastic idea. I could be very wrong. But let's see what happens. All right. I'm gonna wrap this with the cheese. There. Now you do want the dough, like I was about to say, you want the dough to overlap a bit. I'm guessing that'll turn out all right. I mean, I was thinking in terms of about the size of a nugget. That's going to turn out a little bit bigger than that. But I still have this much. That's enough for a whole other pig. I don't know why they're called pigs in the blanket. I guess they're made of pork. I guess the sausages are made of pork. So why the hell not? Now, see, this is why I didn't want to have a middle section, because it's not going to have the pretty little, you know, little bell end. But, you know, whatever. So that's 2. And there's enough for 2 more. Let's bring these over here. And this is taking a lot less cheese than I expected. Now, I'm gonna wrap one more, and then I'm going to turn the oven on because we want to preheat that. Haven't used the oven in a while anyway. So, like the last time I used the oven was for the last video I made, the breakfast burrito one. I don't know. This may turn out pretty good, or it may turn out really horrible. All right, turning on the oven. Come on now. There we go. Okay. Oven is now on. There's cheese. Okay, now we're also going to introduce some dipping sauce. Because, I mean, I remember being served these as kids and thinking, oh, where's the ketchup? But no one ever gave me any. Well, why bother? I was a kid. Okay, I'm gonna put this over to the side. We don't need it for now. We don't need it. You're never gonna see that again. All right, need another slice of cheese. It's actually not bad for baked cheese. All right. Okay. And this one. Okay, let's put these on the oiled part so they don't stick too bad. I really don't like these non-bell end types. I know that's kind of indelicate language, but still. I find it funny. This one may be not quite big enough. Let's cut that off so we get a little bit of stickiness here. No, yeah, that one's kind of a rip-off. It should be all right. Okay, now that paper towel is a little too saturated, so I'm going to do the egg wash. I don't know how well this will work, but it should. In my head, in my imagination, this should work fine. And it seems to be working fine. Just wash this over. I think I was supposed to put water in that egg. I'm not sure. Maybe I am supposed to. Let's see. Fork. Okay. I don't even know which one got the egg treatment. Can't really tell. It's kind of hard to see. But there. Oh, it was that one. Okay. Okay. Right. Okay, that's all of them. Okay, now I'm gonna put them in the oven and I'm gonna watch them closely. Actually, they probably shouldn't be touching each other. I'm gonna watch them very closely because I have absolutely no idea how long they need to be in there. And when they are done, I'll pull them out and we'll try them with a couple of dipping sauces. I think this may be a shorter video than usual. This one was pretty simple. Okay, I just pulled them out, started turning them over. I then decided I probably ought to show you this. Fortunately, they didn't burn, but I want to get them to cook like this on the other side too. So I'm going to put them back in the oven in a couple of minutes. No, I'll put them back in the oven now for a couple of minutes, and then we'll get back to it. Okay, let's pull them out now. Well, here, I'll just put them down on the counter and show you. Okay, they smell pretty good. They don't look as golden beautiful and so on as they say. But I don't know, they look all right. Especially on this side. Some of the cheese kind of stuck. Kind of got burned-ish. Oh, well, they look all right. Okay, I went ahead and set up some dipping sauces. This is my favorite barbecue sauce on the planet. I don't know where it's from. The label's in German and in English, so I'm guessing it's a German product. Here's some Polish mustard. I can't find the little kid yellow mustard. That's as yellow as I could find. Some ketchup, some hamburger and hot dog sauce. It looks like sort of a fake Thousand Island or whatever, Big Mac sauce or whatever. And I pulled out some salsa too. So let's give them a go. Damn, it's that time of day. Got this glare. It's hard to find a good angle, but whatever. All right, so let's try one of these. I'm going to start with the mustard. Honey mustard would be better, but I can't find honey mustard. You'd use whatever dipping sauces you want. I want to start with mustard because that's my favorite hot dog sauce, but not this kind of mustard, so we'll try a little bit. Hot, hot. Mmm. Mmm. Ow. Okay, and also the hot dog pulled out of the blanket. I think the cheese kind of let it slip out. So we'll be aware of that. But mustard's not bad. They turned out pretty good. I don't know. You can watch me try all of them. I set up the sauces like that because it reminded, the whole idea of this reminded me of a scene in Breaking Bad where the Germans were coming up with different sauces for their nuggets. It's kind of funny, but hang on. It's not as funny without more people and some dialogue. So I'm gonna cut it short. I'm gonna try one with the hot dog and hamburger sauce. This stuff. It doesn't look that appetizing. Yeah. And it's not. I was right, it is kind of a fake Big Mac sauce. It's all right. Well, anyway, that's my dinner. You don't need to watch me eat the whole dinner, so so, you know, like, subscribe, bell, all, whatever. And yeah, that one's that. We'll look in the editing, but I have a feeling this was probably one of the shortest ones on here. It was short, it's actually one of the simplest anyway. So, anyway, there's Pigs in a Blanket. Give it a try. And I'll be back next week for more fun stuff.